Hey guys, Terry from Smooth Workshop here, and coming at you with something a little bit different. If you're of a certain age, like myself, you will remember Knight Rider and K.I.T.T, the Knight Industries, what was it, 2000 car. So I'm going to do an unbox review of a kit I have acquired that I intend to light up and do. Now I know there's 8 lights on the front of that one. Mine's will be 5, but I will do the whoa, 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 whoa. But I'm probably going to do that on Patreon, but we'll go into that later. So what is this kit? Right, this is a 2009 release from Aoshima. It came out in 2008, so this is a 2009 rebox with new parts, apparently, and it's from the Knight Rider Season 4. What's on the side of the box? Just a little bit of box art about how it should look and a load of Japanese. And on the other side, nothing much other than you will need these tools. And it gives you Mr. Hobby colours for doing it. So there you go. So let's take the top off the box. Give me a little second here. Okay, let's take the top off the box. And what have we got? Let's pan down and have a little look. Bear with me a second while I set my camera up. Okay, so we appear to have a box of clear parts. A sprue of clear parts, which I am not going to take out the bag. I'm just going to have a little look and see what the clarity is like on the windscreen, etc. It looks not bad. And the rear screen, not bad also. And the side panels look okay, and rear. So yeah, the clear parts look okay, and then a separate bag, which is always good. Right, what else have we got? We have interesting colours here. Right, we have a bag of chrome sprues for the wheels. Ugh. And looks like a couple of beige dash parts. What will I say about the chrome parts? They're horrible. I'll strip them. The other parts are exhaust. Again, I'll strip them. Yeah, I'm not even going to take them out the bag. The chrome is pretty poor. Right, what have we got here? Oh, this has got a few sprue parts in. So I'll move that to the side. We've got the body shell. We've got a few bits and bobs. Instruction sheet. Right, let's move, excuse me, all of this out the way for now, and let's have a look at this main. God, I've got hiccups. Apologies. Let's have a look at this main bag of sprues first. Right, everything's falling about all over the place. Apologies for that. Crinkle, crinkle. Right, let's have a look in this main bag of sprues. What do we get in here? We get, it looks like the front nose part of, is it a Trans Am? Trans Am, I think it's a Trans Am. Lots and lots of sinkage. I don't know if you can see it, right along the leading edge there and across there. Also up there. So, first sprue I've pulled out. The leading sort of nose part of the car has lots of sinkage. You can maybe see me when I'm angling it. All those little indents along here, up there and up there, they're not supposed to be there. So that will need to be rectified. We then have the main car top or floor pan. Not a lot of detail on it, which is quite good for me, because what I'm thinking about is I want to light this up. So I'm looking at where I can possibly store stuff. which will be something I will look into when I go to do it, because I intend to light up the headlights, the rear lights, possibly the indicators, and the little red flashing light at the front when I go to do it. So I am looking at where on this vehicle I can store those parts. We have another sprue here with a rear differential and leaf springs, because of course it's an old-fashioned styly car. It might not be a leaf springs, but this looks like a front cross member. What have we got here? I'm not at all sure. I'm guessing these are supposed to be the front calipers with brake discs, and these might be the rear drums, front and rear anti-roll bars. I'm thinking this might be a front suspension strut, and another one. These might be the coilovers. Not a lot of detail on it, and it looks like the wheels going by these hubs are held in by, there's 4 pins here, are held on by 4 pins, so nothing spectacular there. What I will say is one of the most interesting and important front parts of the car that you're going to see when you spray it up has tons of sink marks on it. Can you see them? All those little indentations at the front. That's a bit poor, bit disappointing, but I'm pretty sure this kit is an old AMT kit or something like that. So let's go on to the body, because I'm pretty sure the body's going to disappoint as well. Well, no matter whether there's sink marks or whatever in the kit, and it might disappoint you, is you can make a decent car out of it. So it's got trademark Universal Studios on it. 0800402 Knight Rider. So I'm just having a little look at the bodywork here. So it's so far looking pretty straight up the sides. No major sinkage up the sides. Quite nice lines, that's okay. Of course, you've got all those braces in because obviously it's one of those, I'm trying to remember the name of the roofs now, Targa roof type things. And the other side, I'm going to look along it, there's nothing, a little bit of flash at the edges here. That's nothing too much. Back end, okay, so if I'm going for lights, there's little spots I would need to drill out. But it does give me those. And it's quite crisp. There's a little bit of flash there. But it does give me room, if I want to put LEDs in the rear. I'm just trying to remember how the front lights work on these. Is it a pop-up or is it a... Give me a second, I'm just going to look at the box art. I think the headlights are pop-ups on this. So let's look down in the bonnet. We've got a visible seam right up there. That'll need to be taken care of with a bit of a nasty mark in there. So we're going to need to do a bit of prep on the bodywork. We've also got a nasty sink mark round about there. Let me see what's on the other side. It appears to be some sort of locating lugs. Possibly to go into the tub below. So we've got a sink mark there. There's possibly a grill that goes over this, but there's a definite seam line up the middle there. And a seam line up the middle here. Just try to catch the light, see if you can see it. Right, on the back there's a rear spoiler, if I remember. The body of it's not bad, actually. A little bit of clean up here and there. Wee sink mark, a wee bit of filler. Sorry, I've got the hiccups. I'm just looking at the front end to see what I've got to deal with if I was putting lighting in. So it doesn't look too bad overall there. Right, so what is the next lot of parts we've got? Let's have a little look. Oh, sorry, I didn't quite clear that in one swipe. There we go. Right, so I've got another sprue here, which appears to be the rear spoiler, which has some, unfortunately, it's got sinkage there, and there, and there, and there, on the other sides of where they've made the mounting point. So there is some sinkage that you will need to fill and take care of. These look like the 4 hubcaps in the middle. Thankfully there's not much sinkage in them, and they are slightly undercut. Not sure what these two are, or those two are. Are those? Oh, that's windscreen wiper blades. A little bit of flash on them. Nothing to worry about. That looks like a bonnet scoop. It's got sinkage on it. Side mirrors. They're not bad. Try to think, this must be a couple of flaps of some sort, but there is terrible sinkage on both of them. Can you see those little marks on them? So lots of filling required. Nothing that to worry about. But yeah, a lot of sinkage on some of the plastic parts where there's a lug or something on the other side. This is always something to check when you're doing models. Is if you've got a lug or a mounting point on the other side, have they allowed for sinkage? They haven't. Because normally you would have a little spur coming off of here with a little reservoir, so that when the plastic cools down, it draws from the reservoir and you don't get the... It's a bit technical, but yeah. Lots of sinkage on all the parts so far. Right, what else have we got? We have some chrome things which look like the back of the headlights. Whether I would keep those or not, I don't know, because I have to put an LED in them. The mirrors, they've got sinkage in them. They'll pass as mirrors, but unfortunately they're not undercut. But by the time you pass them into the mirror, they might be okay. These might be the pop-up headlights. Plenty of room for putting LED in. Don't know if I would strip these, so yep, okay. Alright, what else have I got? I have got some red stuff. Ooh, okay. Right, so what red stuff have I got? I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, this might be the red part that sits at the front for the woo-woo. Now, for the idea I've got in mind, using a 4017 chip, I'm only going to be able to get 5 LEDs passing back and forwards, but I think that would be enough to create the effect. And then we have the rear lights. So, yeah. I think there's some... I'm just trying to count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're looking at about 6 segments on there. I'm going to have to split that into 5 and just be smart with it. For the electronic solution that I know will work for this. So yeah, but it's pretty poor actually. If you look at the back light there, that's perfectly smooth, but it's got a kind of a blemish in it, and this one's got more of a blemish in it. They're not the best, what I would call clear parts I've ever seen. Right, there's a small, let's see if I can pick this up. There's a small patch of decals here. I have no idea how good they are. They've got Knight for the back number plate. This looks like rev counter, speedometer, centre console bit, and some sort of military vehicle for the centre screen. Nothing special. Right, oh, right, I forgot there's another pile of parts. So let me get into those. So far, it's looking to me a bit like an American kit. Nothing wrong with American kits, just, yeah, right, okay, so we've got a bag of, oh, can I get into this? Bag of tyres, interior tub and seats. Right, let's get into this sprue first. Right, so this sprue has the side door cards, which are reasonably well detailed. It doesn't appear to be much shrinkage on them, so you can detail them up quite nicely. Drivers and passenger seat are okay. There's a tiny little bit of flash on the edges. Easily taken care of. What have we got here? Alright, I think this is part of the dashboard with loads of buttons on. Kind of softly moulded. The steering wheel again was not a normal steering wheel, so we've kind of got that, but it's a bit, again, it's a bit flashy. There's the other half of it. What's this? Not quite sure. Don't know what that is, don't know what that is. This looks like a centre console kind of thing. It's soft detail, nothing special. These are seat backs, pedals, etc. Nothing special, but the door cards are quite clean and so are the seats. So that is those. And then the main tub, which goes into the body. There's obviously a few little pin mounting points. What does it say? Oh, on the bottom there. Knight Rider copyright. All the ejector pin marks, etc. seem to be on the bottom, which is good. Rear seat detail looks quite nicely cast. Floor's got sort of a rough aspect to it. Looks alright. So that's not too bad. And then we go into, what have we got here? Well, we've got 4 nylon bushes, which I expect are for the wheels, for rotation. The tyres are rubber and they actually don't look too bad. They're all individual. I don't see any sprue marks on them, so they've probably been cut off on the inside. So the tyres actually look okay. Instruction wise, Aoshima can be a bit complicated to follow. So it's basically outlining the car. The main thing that wants to build you up first is the wheels. As I say, poly cap for the wheels. I would probably strip these wheels and paint them in a colour that you want to paint the cap in, so that they both match up, rather than having the chrome bit with the crappy bit in there. Excuse me, I knocked the camera. Front disc strut as I expected, with the pin going out the way to hold the wheels. Colour callouts. On the underside, right, there's 2 wee squares go there. I don't know what they particularly do. Front roll bar, front lower suspension, your struts and all that go in there. And in the back, the rear diff, springs, anti-roll bar, then your exhaust system, rear drums on. Then it tells you to put your wheels on, and then it's build up the dash out of several parts. Excuse me, I've still got the hiccups. The seats 2 parts, back part, front part. Bit of detail painting inside, centre console. side panels. Then putting the dash into the tub. It's time to cut off all the unnecessary parts, obviously. Windscreen wipers, yeah, that's tail end finishes. Windscreen. Well, that's a roof console part. That L-shaped part's a roof console part. I thought it was part of the centre console. Pop-up headlights. Very interesting to see how those work, actually. Take care not to drop glue on 23. They must allow them to pop up. That's body colour, so that's bumper. So there's a couple of front spots, I think. Okay, I'm looking at this for the lighting aspect. So you can either have the headlights up or down by the looks of it. Quite cool to have them up and have them lit. Side mirrors. The Targa roof. Rear screen. Rear light sort of perspex bit. Putting the tub onto the body. Putting the top on. Yeah. So it'll be quite interesting to work that out because I'm putting lighting in it. So I've done a couple of Revel car kits, which is the only thing I can compare it to. And even Revel car kits have sink marks in, so I think I'll be able to make a good kit out of this. Whether I will be able to stash what I'm planned for the lighting on it with LEDs. If I can get headlights going and tail lights going, fine. Indicators is a plus if I can do it. But the main thing I want is the telltale woo 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 woo. If you know what I mean, the red lights on the front. And the only way I know of doing that is using 5 LEDs with 4017 chip. I'll probably do a build video on this when I get round to it on my YouTube, but as far as the electronics go, I'm going to do that on my Patreon. But yeah, nice kit. Now it goes for between, I've seen it between 20 and, I'm just having a little look, price wise, I've seen it for anything from £35 up to £50. I think I got mine on the lower end of that, so just a bit of an idea. Apologies for coughing in your ear. When I get my mojo back and I get back into modelling, this is going to be one of the projects along with my Porsche that I want to light up and stuff like that. But yeah, interesting kit. So for now, without any further waffling, it's Terry from Smooth's Workshop. Enjoy what you're doing, enjoy your hobby, and until next time, bye.